Yeah, but 25, 30 years of doing this, you'd think his net worth would be like 30 million.
Plate of pasta, Quentin Tarantino, and a fucking Western.
It's about you in the most minimal amount.
I've put up maybe 10 shelving units in my whole life.
The bars in the globe.
Canada's going to go in. They'll get wiped out. They'll exhaust the enemy. Once the enemy's tired, we'll come in. What is it? What is the whole appearance? Just you're in the wilderness.
Yeah, no, like a out of work like rock star.
Like you should play the drums.
Yeah, I should. I should play the drums. I should think about it.
Yeah, like fuck, man.
So I tried
to
to be a musician.
When you say tried, you had a nice guitar, green.
Yeah.
Ibanez?
Nice. No, it was Hamer.
Hamer.
Yeah.
That's Swedish for hammer.
Hammer minus an M.
I remember that thing. It had like a nice point at the end.
Yeah, it was like I was doing guitar lessons, but like I realized, like it's funny. I was doing guitar lessons and I was never getting better. But people like you or like other buddies I've met over the years, they just like will like look at the screen and teach themselves and they can play guitar really well.
Yeah. Well, you didn't seem like a guy who practiced ever.
Zero, never. Yeah. Just once a week when I went to which is probably why.
100%.
That's probably like just brushing your teeth before you go to the dentist.
And you got big hands.
Yeah, well, big meaty hands. They're not like nimble.
So I was on set filming this movie, which is really, really exciting for me, myself only.
Okay, I'm excited.
And I put my hand up to the director's hand, and it was like he was granting a make-a-wish for a small, like I don't know if you can really tell.
Yeah.
For scale, like.
Put it in front of your face. Put it in front of your face. Yeah. Tiny little hands.
Go ahead, you do that. Put it in your face. Yeah, like I could palm like a golf ball. Like, and then the girls, I was like, well, let's compare right there. That's what, if you want to know what a girl's hand looks like.
Right there.
Right there. Beautiful girl's hand. Every time I do an audition, some of them you have to show your hands. Every time I show them, everyone's like, oh, those are beautiful.
You're like in Zoolander. You're like the hand model guy.
I'm the fucking hand guy.
Yeah, you have the hand inside of the glass container.
And you know what's strange is I'm like, I don't know what nice hands, like I have no concept. It's not like I'm beating it off to hand images. But anybody I've ever asked, they're like, your hands are so nice. I'm like, I guess it's just because they've never worked. Like I've never used these to facilitate any
payment of anything.
I type.
Yeah, that's working.
I've put up maybe 10 shelving units in my whole life.
Like better chance you have an arthritis than like a worker's hand,
I got a little bit of it.
Yeah.
The most these hands did was fucking shaking cocktails for 10 years. That was it. It's similar.
That's a shake weight, dude.
I used to shake so hard I would get shoulder pain.
Which it begs, the question is, does that make the drink better? Like, is that?
It does. I used to think that like when you wipe something, you could just go as hard as you wanted.
Shoulders.
You can't. Like I would wipe shit like fucking, I was trying to erase the memory of whatever was on there. Forever. And then my wrist started to break down because if you can tell, dainty.
Big wipes.
Like a guy like you, when I'm bench pressing, I got to make sure everything's like real stable. You don't need that. Your hand's like an oil rig for the wrist. Your whole fist is an oil rig for the rest of your hand.
For the rest of my hand. I don't know what it is, because if you look at my parents, I was not, the genetically should not have been built to last, like Ford. Like should have not have been.
Yeah, like is anybody in your lineage like you?
No.
You got
not one person.
You got a little booger in your nose there.
Do I?
Yeah, a little high-level bug. Yeah, deep wipe. Your nostrils, they're not the same.
Yeah, I know. Deviated. I think this one's deviated.
Mine looks different too. What the hell is that? Yeah, yours look like two separate guys, like entirely.
So this one's just busted up.
Busted up. Yeah. One's like side profile, one's like standing straight.
Have you ever tried to stick your finger in your wife's nose?
I don't think so, actually.
I tried this morning, and my finger doesn't fit in her nose. So is your nostrils only built for like your fingers?
Or was your nose smaller and then your fucking meat cleavers bored the subway hole?
I mean, they go in there no problem. So
Yeah. Like my hands, these are women's hands. I can get into any nose. I can get into a fucking baby's nose with this shit. I can excavate any level of nose.
it's such a funny concept.
My grip, also my grip with these two, I can rip any hair out of anywhere with this.
You have tweezers for
I have tweezer-like ability. Like if you had a hair right here, like sometimes my dad will get like a fucking like this
Yeah.
over his eye. It's like a full hair over his eye.
Oh, the eyebrows. Yeah, yeah.
And I'll get in there and I get like a focused energy. I'm like, because then I'm thinking, how hard can I clamp down?
So if you were to pinch somebody, you could hurt them quite a bit.
The thing is, this is really only perfect for a thin, like.
You can't like get somebody's tricep.
Well, no, it tries really. The director for this movie, his triceps, they're gigantic. They look like tumors on his arm.
So what's
I told him, I was like, you going to get that checked out or what?
Sir, you have two like cantaloupes on your
First
arm.
day on set, I'm on the set of this movie. And I don't know why this came up, but everyone was like, how old are you? To me. And I'm like, oh, I'm 32. And they're like, oh, you don't look 32. And I'm like, thank God. I don't even know what that means, really. Because it's like, if you look 26, I'm not. I don't get the time back for looking. But
so
then
they said 26.
they were like, yeah, 26, 27. I think it's because I'm maybe vibrant.
But it's like 26 to 32. That's the same age.
Same difference.
That's the same age. If they said you look 20, that would be concerning, right?
I would have to be skinnier. There's like a youthful.
You don't think a 20-year-old could be like a 20-year-old could be kind of like lean and muscular and thick? Okay, I don't know if I wouldn't say that you're thick, but you're
No, I'm saying like when I'm 20, I looked like,
Yeah, but they don't know that though. Like you could be just a 20-year-old who's jacked.
But you ever see a young person and you're like, your weight, you're young. You could tell.
Yeah.
There's like a weight to it.
There's a weight to how their weight.
There's a weight to youthfulness.
Okay, that's fair.
Like if you're young and you're heavy, you look older.
So I've been looking older for the whole time then. There's never been a time where I've been looking young.
The only way you look young is by comparison to today.
Like the older pictures.
The older you're like, wow, you looked young there.
Yeah.
But maybe you look 30 at 18.
So I've been, now what do I look like? 30
Well, before you used to have like a coif. Remember the Antonio short hair coif you used to have?
Yeah.
That makes anybody look like a news anchor.
And now I just went into full metalhead almost.
Yeah, when did you decide it was time to have the long hair?
It was just COVID. COVID is why I grew my hair out.
Just there wasn't available haircut options.
No, I just said, oh, the world is falling apart, so I'll fall apart. Grow my hair out.
It's right, though, actually. This is the right look for you.
Yeah, I'll keep this for a while, but I think I'm just going to, eventually it's going to be.
So the thing is, when it comes to an end,
yeah,
it's over. Just know that.
We're not growing it back out again.
You probably won't.
I know there's not a second coming of the hair.
No.
Like when I shave my head, I've given up.
Not giving up, but it's just like There's a window in time where long hair makes sense, and it's only when you have it.
Yeah, like it's rapidly approaching where the time is going to be gone.
Like, remember I had fucking long ass hair like that too.
Yeah, long hair. It's a cool thing to have, but it runs its course.
Yeah. And it kind of becomes like a topic of conversation all the time.
Yeah, everybody wants to talk. Oh, look at your hair so long.
You got a bun. That's kind of gay.
Yeah. I hear that regularly.
Dude, I used to wear the bun all the time. I was wearing the bun so much, I was like, I only reason I got the hair is to put it up. How dare I?
That's pretty much because, like, having it down, unless you have, like...
Luscious.
Yeah, like, you have to have those,
Yeah.
Jason Momoa's hair, I mean, or, like, Chris Hemsworth in, like, as Thor.
Well, the chiseled face helps. Also, Momoa with short hair looks like ugly. He's an ugly guy without it.
That's what I'm saying is, like, the hair down long has to be very good. But, like, if you look, like, I washed my hair yesterday. It looks like shit still today. So it's like.
Yeah, when I wash my hair, it looks hilariously thicker. It's like.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't actually wash it. You just get it wet.
Most of the time. I'm like a once or twice a month wash.
Must be nice, dude.
Well, I got curly hair. It's not a regular maintenance.
Let it loose.
So I got all fucking fired up the other day about acting.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, yeah. So I did a callback for a video game. I can't say the thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was in person, and I was so... The whole thing with auditioning is, like, you can't get too high, you can't get too low, really. But there's there's moments. Yeah, like, you do an audition, and you pretty much, like, have to put it out of your mind.
Oh, because you'll, like, get too hyped up about it.
Well... Like, you could audition for a movie, and they don't tell you if you got it sometimes for, like, 3 months. Or, like, who knows, like, the production got delayed, and then, like, the
3 months?
Sometimes. Or, like, yeah, things are just, there's no rules. Like, you're the last thing they're concerned about, even though, like, they need you.
Yeah.
Everything else is so much more important. And when you get on set, you actually understand what that is. Like, remember those interviews with Johnny Depp? And he's like, I don't watch any of my movies because once I'm done, it's not about me. It really isn't like, I understand what he means by that. Not that I'm even close to that level, but like the amount of time everybody else spends on set versus like what you do.
Oh, way more.
Like you come in and you just have a good time. And even your work, like, this movie I'm doing is like more serious, so I have to be a little bit more serious sometimes, but it's fun still.
Yeah.
But the crew is like moving shit and unlocking and locking mechanisms and like steadying and lighting, and everything is like making a movie or anything is like the most annoying task ever. Like it's just sometimes it's 40 minutes of like actually a little bit less. No. Okay, turn it back. Okay, let's get you to stand there. Okay, wait. All right, 1 second. Can I get you to come in again? Okay, look off to the side. Okay, too much. Like that's literally what it is.
So the argument can be made those people should be getting paid way more than they're getting.
They make good money. Like if you're on a crew, you make good money for being there. But it's like it's not about them technically. Like your face would be on the poster, and everyone comes to watch them. They don't come to watch the movie because the guy set up the lights right.
Because Eric's really good with the fucking shit that he has to carry around.
Exactly.
They don't care.
So you just come in, you get makeup, you go on set. People are like, oh, and then you're gone.
That's it.
That's it.
So it's about you in the most minimal amount.
Sort of ish. Like they need you to leverage it something. So I go to this video game callback, and this was the first voice callback I've ever had.
Okay.
And the character is like a construction guy, kind of. So I do the thing, and they're like, hey, off the start, we just want to let you know we really loved your audition. It was amazing. So happy. Thank you for coming in. Really excited for you to be here today. So, like, the me is like, don't listen to any of that bullshit. But the other me is like, God, that feels so nice. This is my first video game callback. So you
get it.
You're like, yeah, you're literally trying to not be like, I'm going to get this. But at the same time, the other devil's advocate is like, these motherfuckers say that shit all the time. Playboy.
To every single person. They're lying to you.
They're lying to you.
Do you think it's easy for them to lie to your face like that?
Well, they don't lie to your face because they were in Zoom. They were in Vancouver on Zoom. I couldn't see anybody, so I'm just getting them in my ears.
Oh,
and there's a guy off to my left named Jeff who's on like a bunch of boards. And they're just saying, like, do whatever. So I read each line. We're going to do them a couple times. Every line I did, they were like, oh, that's great. Can you try it like this? Oh, wow, so good. Okay, try it one more time. We don't need it like this, but let's just try it just for fun. Have fun with it. I'm like, okay. Do it a bunch of times. Every time, it's like I'm getting, like, sick. Wow, like amazing feedback. And then there's like a bunch of sayings, and I had to say one of them. And then in the middle of one of them, I was like, and then I did the line, and they were like, man, that laugh you just did, that was amazing. And I was like,
wow.
I was in the oh my God. I was like, first video, I was like, I don't know. I've never had a callback go like this. So I leave smiling. Like, I'm like, the lady's like, hey, hope to see you again. I'm like, bitch, you will. I fucking leave. And they have not they've not said a word.
So it's almost offensive what they're doing. Because like that's like what a whore would do.
There's a hoariness to it.
Yeah, like that's what a prostitute would do. Oh man, you're so good. You're
Well,
the best.
Did you watch Penguin?
Not caught up, but I watched. Yeah,
So you know the girl that he likes, like the
whore.
Yeah.
Are we not allowed to say that word anymore?
I mean, they exist.
But like I've said it, recently, and
In
people
life?
don't like it. Yeah, they don't like it.
Like at a man.
No, I've just said it like in passing in conversation,
Yeah.
and people like they're like, they do the, whoa,
Whoa.
slow down. You can't say that.
So when you're saying it, you're like, well, she's a fucking whore.
No. I'm like referencing a
That
person
they're-
like you're talking about. A
That
whore.
they are whores, yeah.
Anyway, sorry. The sex worker that the penguin.
Yeah, it's almost like
likes.
people get offended that whores. Because
Like,
like
what's the definition of whore? I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Is there a definition?
A prostitute. That's
what-
literally what it is.
That's what
Yeah.
a whore is.
It's a noun. It's in the dictionary.
It's a noun. So yeah, there are whores, and they get paid.
Oh.
Wait, we got another
No, we're right. We're good.
Webster's. Is Webster's making you feel?
Well, turns. See, in Oxford, if you go to Oxford. Anyways,
None-
besides
no
the,
whores
this is-
allowed there.
This is irrelevant to what we're talking about. The definition is a prostitute.
In Penguin, okay, one of the last episodes, there's a conversation between two characters. One of them is the whore, and the other was like an ex-whore. She's no longer whoring. And she goes, oh, you're the best. You're an amazing man. This city's yours. And she goes, I used to lie to men like that. And in that moment, I was like, oh, we're so small.
Yeah, men.
All men are my hand. Just tiny little bitches.
Yeah, all men are thinking they got the part in the video game.
You just a man just needs to hear at some level that they are,
The best. If you tell us we're the best, we believe you.
it could even be the most niche shit.
Look at the way you cross the street.
Look at the way you wash those grapes.
Oh my God, they've never been more supple and smooth.
No street's ever been crossed like that.
Your hands are they could chisel rock without the stone. And
You know how you haven't got a raise in 5 years? You deserve one.
That's just
Women can make you feel like an idiot, but like there's a chance that you'll get out of it. Like, hey, you know how you haven't succeeded in a long time? It's coming.
it's
You're
coming.
like,
It's on the way.
that stings and is motivating at the same time.
Yeah, they're always they're always building you up.
And why is it that the whores always why is it whores know how to talk to us?
Well, we're paying them.
You see that?
They're getting paid.
You think Italians pay whores?
What?
Well, I feel like we're just raised to not do that.
But
We're
how do you get
so-
out of the transaction? Like, it doesn't work like that.
Just imagine your dad trying to give a woman money to have sex. Like, come on.
No,
Never.
no. He would expect
Without
them
a
to
plate
pay-
of food?
Yeah, I feel like he would expect them to pay him.
Yeah. Well, there has to be some sort of. Okay, I was just trying to read that. Oh, I could have just.
What are you doing over there?
My camera's here, so I was trying to read a text I just got, and I just did what you did. You know how sometimes you'll bring your face to the mug?
Yeah.
I just did that.
I do it with the water too, like that.
Yeah, unless there's a plate of food. You would not believe how many people bring their neck to the cup.
Is that not a normal thing?
Well, it doesn't make sense. You're the dominant. The cup's inanimate. Like, the cup commands no respect.
Zero respect.
And then you're like, actually...
Well, the cup should command respect. Like, it's a vessel for the water.
Yeah, sure.
Because without the cup, I would just be like...
You ever do that with your hands? You ever drink from your hands?
Oh, it's a bowl of water if I do
It's
that.
enjoyable.
Yeah, cold too.
I'm getting like one of those paper cups, like a cone paper cup amount. That's what I get.
Yeah. I get at least a small bowl.
Have you ever tried to drink like liquid with just your tongue, like a cat or a dog?
No, like going to the sink and like licking at it? No, I can't.
Takes forever.
I'm tongue-tied. I can't.
Like it takes forever. I also don't have the technique.
Yeah. Well, I just like my tongue doesn't work like that. So
Yeah, we don't have tongues.
it's stuck. Like it's stuck to the front, the little thing. So it's
Me
like
too.
I can't. God,
that's as long as my tongue is. Look at how long my tongue is.
Yeah, me too. Same thing. We've done
Embarrassing.
This before. Yeah.
But it's actually embarrassing. Everybody
God
else
was
sticks their
not-
tongue out.
God was like working on me, and it was Sunday. It was like Saturday night.
A lot of people have
11:59.
this. A lot of
Yeah.
people have this.
11:59 p.m. and he's like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Complete
6'3", 240. That's all he needs.
240. Oh my God, I wish.
Bigger?
280.
.280 and you don't sack any quarterbacks? What the fuck is that?
No, I fucking wish.
So I watched I had this breakdown about Inglourious Basterds, that scene in the basement.
Oh yeah. That movie's amazing. Go ahead, tell me.
Everything about that movie is amazing.
But that scene is what the movie's built around.
Yeah, kind of. Well, that scene has elements that the whole movie pulls from. Like claustrophobia and like the way drinking symbolizes shit.
Yeah.
I guess you don't realize when you're watching a movie that you're actually making connections because of subtle references that are subtle enough to have you piece it together without feeling like somebody's telling you exactly what to think.
The bar is in the globe.
The bar is in the globe. He's just in there for fucking, for fun.
He does a good job. You know that movie is classically, like, it classifies as a foreign film.
Mike Myers, by the way, is who we're talking about.
Mike Myers, yeah, sorry, we should give more. I'm talking to Michael Fassbender.
Who, by the way, he's the best.
It's annoying how good he is in movies, and especially in that movie. He really locks it down. He plays like technically, every role in that movie is a small role,
Technically,
but
yeah.
integral role. Like the way Quentin Tarantino films it is like it's when it's broken up in all these parts, they're all small, but they're all big at the same time.
And they use Brad Pitt in the most perfect way.
Perfect way for him.
Because it's like he's just enough that we don't care about him, but love him.
Well, Brad Pitt is like, the way I see it in that movie, he's the glue that sticks the parts of the movie together.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, his role is never direct. He never has like a direct involvement in the plan or the scene, or he comes in either at the end or the beginning of something.
Yeah, and it also, they make you feel as though it's him wanting to do this.
Oh,
But
he
it's-
does it out of his own accord. He's not even in the army. He just showed up one day. They're like,
Yeah, it's just like he's
"You
a
have to kill
part.
Nazis?"
He's a part of it, but it's not like an operation that he just planned.
No.
So in that scene in the basement, there's all these really subtle hints of how tight it is, and then you get all these references for you like the Nazi guys for a second, and they just meet them.
Are you talking about the soldiers at the table?
Like drinking, yeah. So they're
Yeah.
drinking these stainless steel mugs,
Wilhelm.
and it's to represent that they are pawns, because they
Oh, yeah.
literally look like pawns.
The big steel mugs.
The big steel mugs, and they're just having a good time drinking, and you're like, I like these guys actually for a sec.
Yeah, but you like then it just makes you forget that they're Nazis. That pretty much.
Well, you know that they're Nazis. They're just endearing for a minute.
Yeah, playing a game. They're like
You're
having
like,
fun.
oh shit, they're humans too.
Oh, celebrating like a night. My kid was born. I get the time off.
And then that guy, I forget his name, but he's drinking the boot glass.
Major.
Yeah.
He
So the way they light that shit during the like time when you come into the basement,
Yeah.
it's just enough lighting that you are aware that something is there, but you're not aware that you're aware of it.
Yeah, like if you look at it closely, the light is only on the tables. There is no light anywhere else.
But there's a soft light. The bartender brings that boot beer to the major, but you don't see him. And then he stands up in that little crevice, and then there's a soft blue light in there that's like, oh, there's something there.
Yeah.
And just the way that shit is put together, like, it blows my mind, the level of detail.
Fraulein von Hammersmark.
Even the fucking interactions, like the first question when he has King Kong on his head.
Yeah.
Am I German? But he's saying it to fucking Fassbender.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the whole part of that is like he knows that he's not German from the beginning.
Yeah.
But he has to make sure.
Yeah, because if he is German,
yeah, you can't accuse him of not being German.
yeah,
He's a captain, so you have to there's respect there. It shouts, just on shouts. He slaps him on the face.
dude, the intensity of like that guy's energy.
He's a really good actor.
That was like that scene. I think people underestimate how acting works. If I'm speaking
Well, what do you
right.
mean by that? Let's get a little more into that.
Well, because when he's talking to the guy who just had the kid, when Wilhelm, when Fassbender's talking to the guy, and they laugh for a second, and then the guy goes, "Oh, sir, your accent is weird," and there's like a second where Fassbender's like this. He's just like the most subtle swallow. And the reason that's amazing is because the frame is so fucking tight.
Yeah.
So if you think about me for a second, everything I'm doing is fucking humongous on stage usually, right? But you can't really do that like on a tight shot because if you think that you got constipation, your eyes are going to show it.
Yeah.
So in that moment, he literally had to just be fucking present and be afraid.
Actually be afraid.
Like he was actually afraid in that moment because it's like, oh fuck, I'm the fucking rock of this whole operation. And I just revealed, and we're in a fucking basement. You know?
Yeah, and when the music stops and then the major gets up, he's like, I might have something to say about that.
There's also a reference to the major being part of like actually like curating the music. You know when he goes over?
He puts
it out. It was like, fuck, man.
Well, it's his turn to play. He's entering the game.
Yes.
Because they were playing together as a group, and the two groups were playing, and their group is winning, but he needs another player to even out the odds, you know?
Fuck, man. Shit like that, if you don't get motivated by that.
Dude, it's a foreign film, bro. Like the movie there's not much English in the movie.
Well, they do a good balance.
I really like it. I like how they have a bunch of different languages coming in.
That's a movie where you almost want to learn German.
Well, do you know the guy who plays Antonio Margaretti?
Yeah, okay.
He's a director.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But Antonio Margaretti is also a director. Like he's
like the real Antonio Margaretti?
No, but like hold on a second. Yeah, there is a real Antonio Margaretti. So same thing with Domino de Coco. Those are odes to famous directors from Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
but the guy who plays, hold on a second.
Are they like spaghetti western directors?
Yeah, buddy.
Because that's what his fucking
loves
shit is. Plate of pasta, Quentin Tarantino, and then a fucking western. That's all he gives a shit about.
I'm just trying to find. There we go. So his name is Because I was just, Eli Roth,
Yeah.
Sergeant Donnie Donowitz, the Bear Jew.
Wait. The actual actor's Eli Roth?
Yeah, he's a director. So he's directed,
And a Jewish man.
Yeah, regardless of that's irrelevant.
But it's funny if you like conspiracies.
He directed a movie recently. So he directed Borderlands.
Oh, with Kevin Hart's in that.
Yeah. And he also directed Hostel. Knock Knock. Have you seen that with Keanu Reeves? He directed that.
I don't think I have.
Anyways, that's just a little tidbit of information for you, sir.
But this got me on the war film thing.
So what are you watching now?
Before bed, I put on Saving Private Ryan.
No better war movie than that, in my opinion.
When they stormed Omaha Beach,
Yeah.
there was no cover.
No cover.
It was a beach.
Yeah, it was a beachhead, like it was completely covered. They had the Germans had it covered.
And they had the high ground.
Yeah, they went against all the principles of like proper attacking there.
Like,
But that was when America joined the war right there.
where there were paratroopers that went behind the Germans.
Yeah.
Well, that was D-Day. That was like the first, okay, America, we're throwing down here. Let's do it.
Are you sure? Because I thought America went through like Africa and Italy. Like they went all over, right?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, that was just the day they joined the war in France.
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
to like actually try to end it.
Yeah. Is that because that's pretty much what happened? We don't
But,
really
like,
know
what
much
the
about history now.
fuck was the conversation? Like, how did you get the guys to do that?
Well, you
know?
don't. That's not how that works.
But they knew what the operation was.
Did you not notice the premise of the movie, like when it comes to orders? Orders.
No, I know.
orders.
I'm saying like not the movie for a second. The reality.
Oh, yeah. They just said, hey, we need to get that beach. We'll just fucking throw as many people as we can there. Because what else did they have, Jordan? All they had was people and guns. They had to just get there.
What a simpler time.
Like take a second and think about. They came from the United States. Those boats.
Yeah.
So like those guys were on those boats for like
a while.
days. Like days. It was days. How long? I wish we could find that out.
Just hanging out on the boats. The whole time. Like there were guys on those boats that no matter what you did, they were going to die.
Yeah, everybody.
And that was it.
Well, pretty much the majority of that first wave before they took the beach, they died.
Done.
Everybody else after that, so they were all, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for helping us out.
Way to get in the way.
Yeah, a lot of dead bodies just floating around. Like, Jesus Christ.
Just debris of bodies.
If you mean an ocean liner, so like a cruise ship today would take 7 days.
To get over.
Yeah, like first leg spans. So it's 1,200 nautical miles.
Well, they took like a big boat, right? And then they deployed a bunch of little guys to get onto there.
Yeah, true. There's not really a way for me to measure that.
Measure what?
I'm just trying to find like the total time because it's saying 7 days, but like, is that true? Because like a cruise,
Well, it probably took them longer.
usually crossing the Atlantic Ocean takes 4 to 6 sea days in a row. I guess you're traveling at night too, right? You're like you're constantly moving when you're on.
Do
on a
they
boat.
tell the boys what the game plan is, or they're just like, this is the mission. We got to take the beach.
Like, I wonder if it sounded easier when they told it to them than what it actually was.
100%.
Because, like, could you imagine the guys in that boardroom meeting thinking, like, okay, we ride on a boat, the door opens, we swim to shore.
You guys, the first guys, you get out first.
Yeah, because, like, realistically, they're thinking nobody's going to shoot at us at all. We're going to surprise attack.
Not right away.
But then they started shooting at them before the doors even open. Like,
Yeah.
they were dead all immediately.
Immediately. Also, I mean, they got paratroopers coming behind them. Like the Germans had paratroopers coming behind them.
Coming behind them.
Yeah, and shooting. So there was like, I don't think they were intimidated by that though, because I mean, if you're like a German gunner, this was like
Easy.
Yeah.
It was the easy. Well, they still lost the beach anyway, so not easy enough.
Just hold your finger down.
Yeah.
They did still lose the beach, which if you're German,
Embarrassing.
Demoralizing.
Like, really, they should have fortified it way better.
Easy. I mean,
Or are the Americans just that good? Were they always just that good? Maybe.
I mean, how much luck?
Yeah, Tom Hanks didn't catch a bullet on that beach, dude.
Yeah, it's almost like they knew he was the star of the movie.
Like being a medic on that beach, like I wouldn't have to really check anybody. I'd be like, these guys all here.
Oh, your guts are on the outside of your stomach.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not giving you any morphine. I need it for another guy.
What's that actor's name who he's like the main medic? He was in
he's so
Friends.
good.
He was
Yeah,
Phoebe's brother.
Yo, he was on Gone in 60 Seconds. He's Kit Raines, dude.
Yeah, what's his actual name, though? His role in that movie made me think, like, God, these medics were fucking... Like,
yeah, Giovanni Ribisi, dude.
Giovanni Ribisi, there's a scene where, like, they just push to the beachhead and they're going to take they got to, like, snipe these guys to, like, get a path.
Yeah.
Dog one or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Ribisi is like, oh! He's like, not this one. Whoa, not this guy. No, he's gone. And, like, just keep walking, dude. And, like,
yeah, like...
You want to fuck with the guys who tripped. Nobody that actually sustained.
Well, realistically, the medic shouldn't be at the beginning. You shouldn't be paying attention to anybody. We have to get past this part. That's when you should be important.
Also, like the good faith of the medic. Like you just have a cross on your head, and the Germans are going to be like, "Don't hit that guy. He's trying to help." You sure, dude?
Yeah.
What if we get all the guys? I don't want you to revive dudes. If you revive guys, they're going to come after us.
Oh, we just passed Remembrance Day, right?
We did.
How do you feel about that?
The remembering?
Yeah.
We don't even remember, like, when I was in school, when we were in school,
it was a big deal.
I felt connected to the soldiers.
Yeah, but now it's like...
We have more and we're less thankful.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny that they fired Don Cherry.
Yeah, he's coming back, though, right?
Is he?
I think so.
Where?
I think he's coming back to work at Hockey Night in Canada.
Come on.
So I remember watching the scene. I watched that episode. I watched the last night he was on air.
Yeah.
And it's funny watching Ron McDonald's face while he's saying all that stuff. Because, like, I don't know if he knew that was going to be it. But
it wasn't crazy what he said.
No, because he said you people before that.
But they are those people.
Yeah, Don Cherry confirms a return to NHL media 24-25.
No kidding. I mean, smart. When you're old like that, you pretty much can't stop working.
He's 90 years old. I just don't know if he'll back to Hockey Night in Canada.
He's also set himself up for a real troubling bout of Alzheimer's because think of all the suits. He's like, I wore this yesterday. They're like, no, that's the other one.
I'm pretty sure the costume director is what's managing that.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I imagine.
But yeah, it's interesting that he got fired for that, but he said that many years before that too.
I kind of don't like Ron.
Ron McDonald? Doesn't he make like a crazy amount of money?
Probably, yeah.
Does he make like $200 million a year or something?
But like him on that show with Don was like, it was almost like the whole time Ron was waiting for a moment where Don would be like, when is it done? When are we done with Ron? Or when are we done with Don? Too close, those names. And you could tell Ron was waiting for that moment. Like, okay, it's the last night.
You think he just wanted to be by himself? Like, he's like, I had enough of this guy.
Yeah. Because of the power dynamic. I think Don Cherry's coming in with a fat hammer.
Oh, it's Ron McLean, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not McDonald.
Why did I...
I thought it was too.
I had you believed.
Ron McDonald, dude. He's donating money to kids on a yearly basis.
Ron McDonald. He gets $600,000 per year.
Damn. That's so much for what he does.
His net worth, it's only $3 million.
Only.
You'd think it'd be more than that, though, after 30
for
years.
Watching hockey with Don Cherry for fucking 25 years.
Yeah, but 30 years of doing this, you'd think his net worth would be like $30 million.
But did you think you people was too much when he's like, you people come here and you drink our milk and honey and you don't fucking support?
See, the problem is he could have easily just avoided that by saying the people who don't buy poppies But everybody who's in the culture now, in cancel culture, just sees you people as like him saying immigrants.
Yeah. I get that part.
I don't know if he meant immigrants or not.
Not offensive.
But if you listen to what he's saying, he said it before. That's why in my head I'm like, oh, he probably doesn't mean just immigrants. He just means the people that are not buying poppies, because he's so adamantly about the army, right? And like the military.
I think in addition to that, he was also saying all of these immigrants come to the country and they don't assimilate with what we do as norms. One of the norms is buying a poppy. And by virtue of not buying a poppy, you're fucking permeating this shit to not buy them. And then in 10, 20 years, your kids don't even know that's a thing. And then we've changed the whole culture around Remembrance Day.
I mean,
because young people don't buy them either. Like, I used to get given them all the time, right?
Yeah, like if you were to analyze that though, like somebody who's not wasn't born in Canada, coming here, like their ancestors didn't fight for this country.
True.
So like it's not. I'm not saying it should be a requirement. I'm just saying them coming here and not buying the poppy, like they don't even know what that means. You could explain that to them, and they're just like, I came from a war where like my cousin just died in front of me. Like,
yeah,
I don't care about that. You know, like that's what they think.
It's true.
Like my dad came here after a war. Like he was in the army in Italy, and so was my grandfather. My dad is like paid. He'll buy a poppy. He'll sell them at the store. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he supports it because he's probably more Canadian technically now than he is Italian.
Well, do you think if you come over from this country from a war-torn place, do you have a general respect for people that fought wars that have resulted in good living? Probably.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I'm grateful for being able to call Canada my home now.
Yeah, you're like, well, those boys over there, they're just fighting.
Yeah, they've been fighting for like a long time.
The Canadians over here, they fought.
Yeah, they fought in a war that no wars has Canada ever fought in were their own.
No.
Like, nobody's ever said, fuck you guys over there.
Canada was famously like cannon fodder. They were literally like the first guys in because...
What are you talking about?
Like, historically, Canadians were viewed as like, yeah, you send those fucks in first and they'll die, and then we come in with the Americans.
That's interesting. Because like in World War I, the Canadians like turned the tide of the war when they came.
Fucking right, they did. Pissed
so they
in
weren't
rags, baby.
Yeah, they weren't like the Battle of Passchendaele and Vimy Ridge.
I'm pretty sure, like, the general thought when they're drawing up the gameplay, when they're like, yo, he's going to set a pick. LeBron's going to catch it at the top. When they were doing that, they're like, okay, Canada's going to go in. They'll get wiped out. They'll exhaust the enemy. Once the enemy's tired, we'll come in, full rest, and we'll throw down some gunfire. But the Canadians were like,
we're going to kill everybody.
Dude, we're here for at least 2 seasons.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job. We're coming in here. We're going to do a good job.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. It's interesting, the views of Remembrance Day. Like, at the Ottawa ceremony, it's like somebody fucking interrupted it, dude.
It also shouldn't be a day. You know?
What do you mean?
Like, it being just one day, that's fucking shit up.
Yeah, there was like did you not see this?
I don't even know what you're looking at. But you know what I mean by that? Like, it just being one day, like, okay, the 11th, we remember. That's it. Poppy's got to be all month. You know?
Poppy's got to be all month, like all of November.
They got to be all month. What do we care about this no nut November and mustache for, like, buddy?
Dude, it's all just a distraction.
Should be all month.
All this shit is just a distraction for like the rich and powerful to get more rich and powerful.
But remember when you could just grow a mustache and nobody asked you how many donations you took?
Yeah, I haven't taken a single donation.
Me neither. Never in my life. I mean, to the foundation of Jordan.
I'm more than willing to take donations to myself.
Yeah, we need a whole month of poppies.
Yeah, whole month of poppies will do it.
Whole month of poppies might.
Well, it's like 2 weeks of poppies usually, right? Like they're leading up to Remembrance Day.
I think, but that's
and all the boxes are like any donation counts. So like people just like take them like 5 cents. Does that really make a difference? You know?
Yeah, there
Shouldn't
should
they
just
be like $1 now or something?
I mean, if it was $5, you'd wear it.
Oh, you wouldn't lose it, yeah. But if it's like free, it's pretty
It'd
much
be
free.
cool if they had tiered poppies, like Poppy Light, Poppy Pro, where you like it was a bigger, fuller poppy.
Yeah, like a huge one, like your whole chest is
Yeah.
a poppy.
Came with like a cross,
Or like hangs around your neck like
like a
a
big,
big clock.
like you spin it. I would fuck with it. Give me
Yeah.
like a $5 poppy option.
Like
And
a
where does it
subscription
go?
based.
The Canadian Red Cross gets that cash?
I think so.
You're a searching ass bitch today.
I'm sorry, I just need to know.
You're just searching ass.
There's no really like there's a bunch for food, heating costs, clothing, shelter assistance for veterans. Because there's like Poppy trust funds, but they go to a bunch of different stuff.
I think we would sell more poppies. Like people would wear more poppies if every November war movies were played at Cineplex.
Oh yeah, like
why-
Saving
why-
Private Ryan.
Why isn't that the
Fury.
thing? You know.
But there is no movies about Canadians in military.
But does it need to be?
It'd be cool if there was like a Saving Private Ryan, but Canadian.
McDonald. Saving Private Ryan McDonald. And he's just like, he's safe just in a field hanging out.
Yeah.
Waiting for the boy.
Safe.
Got lost back there, bud.
No, I think there is movies though. Like there is a movie about Passchendaele, but nobody wants to see the Canadian movies.
I mean, not that we don't want to see them. It's just they're not directed by like Spielberg.
True.
They're like, it's always
Tom
like,
Hanks is not playing the guy.
it's like a guy.
Yeah.
Also, how do you feel about that Tom Hanks casting for Saving Private Ryan? Because it's not like he's like intimate. If Viggo Mortensen was American, you know, he
I
would have
think-
looked.
I think that's what makes the most sense for. That's what makes the most sense for Tom Hanks.
If life was a pickup basketball game, Tom Hanks is like the captain of the white team.
Oh, does he play only like those kinds of roles, those waspy roles?
He's just a really white guy. Like everything he's ever in is like the most white guy scenario.
Captain Phillips, not really the most white guy scenario.
Ship captain who gets taken over by Somali guys. Pretty
Beautiful
white
day
guy.
in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I guess.
Pretty white
Old
guy. You know what I mean? And like his
Castaway?
authority.
Castaway? Was that the whitest?
It's the whitest shit. If that happened to like a Filipino,
Nobody would go looking for him.
no, because the island would be like a fucking new location to travel to as a vacation spot.
Oh my god.
Otto, a man named Otto, it's just about him like,
Being an asshole.
but he's like trying to commit suicide.
Yeah.
It's literally a movie about him just being white as fuck.
Yeah, committing suicide is kind of privileged when you think about
Forrest Gump? This is like the whitest movie of all time.
it. Yeah, like a slow guy becomes super successful at everything.
Philadelphia?
Never watched Philadelphia.
It's
What about
based-
Sully?
Whitest thing of all time. Another captain except he's in the air.
He's a captain. He's
He's
a lot of captains.
Has Tom Hanks ever been like a private? Never.
I'm looking it up.
Turner and Hooch?
Turner and Hooch.
Hey, what's this about? It's about you with a dog.
Toy Story. He's Woody.
Literally.
Wait, in the Polar Express, he's literally the captain of the Polar Express.
Dude, he can't not be. They looked at his resume. They were like, well, you can fly a plane? Shit, dude. You might as well run the train then, I guess.
The Da Vinci Code. He's Robert Langdon, dude. He's a genius.
That's pretty white guy, too. Just obsessed with religion and trying to find out the real answers behind God. Like, come on.
Apollo 13. He's the fucking.
If
he's
the main character in Da Vinci Code was named Mohammed, he would never question. He would never question the faith of the Lord.
Anything else? He's Road to Perdition.
That's another war one. Like, you know who should have been in Saving Private Ryan, but probably had too many, like, conflicting opinions? Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Oh, he would have been a good military guy.
Of course. Feels like whenever I watch Mel Gibson act, I'm just getting a sneak peek into his, like, actual social life.
Well, how do you explain the Passion of the Christ?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably how he talks to his family. I smite thee with the power of the Lord.
Speaking of
Pass
Viggo
those
Mortensen,
potatoes, please.
Speaking of Viggo Mortensen,
What about Vig?
I just rewatched The Green Book, dude.
How'd you feel about it?
It's emotional.
That was a little controversy when that came out.
Why was controversy? It won the Best Picture.
Well, I think it was controversial that it won Best Picture because it was like a movie about feeling good about slavery through the lens of being a white dude, which is hilarious because what other lens?
I'm trying to break down what you said in my head.
That's just what the liberal media was like. Hey, this guy's not even Italian. I love how he played an Italian guy too. Also, in the Green Book, the whole setting of it is that Vigo is slightly less racist.
Like at the end, yeah.
That's the whole movie is he can put up with it kind of thing.
Well, he just if you're paying me, I'll be whatever you want me.
Whatever you need.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
No payment, you got to outhouse.
But it pretty much starts off with typical that time Italian racism, throwing the glasses in the garbage.
Yeah.
But he's not out there burning any crosses.
Do you think Italians are actually racist, or they just need to be better than people? So they.
I think the view is not that Italians are racist. They're just we just like Italians. We only want. Is that racism?
No, but
they don't care about the other people.
The hatred Italians have for shit. You know what I mean? Italians are the best I've ever seen at creating a system and being number one in that system. You know what I mean?
They created a system in which they can only succeed.
But it's just always it's something nobody's measuring. Italians go, I'll measure it because I'm the fucking best at it.
What's an example of that?
Cleanliness.
Okay.
Italians are no, our houses are the cleanest houses. You're nobody was even, there's no thing. Nobody's looking at that.
There's no culture.
They go, hey, everyone else's houses, they're dirty.
Disgusting.
Italians are the only people looking at people waiting for you to reveal what's wrong with you. There's something wrong with you and it will be revealed while we're together. And if it isn't revealed, I'll reveal it. I'll get to the
bottom of it.
Why there aren't Italian detectives in every fucking jurisdiction?
Yeah. There should only be Italian detectives.
If there were, so many people that didn't do it would be behind bars.
Because again, Italians are the best at it, but only because they measured it.
Well, they also go on their gut feeling, which is always negative. It's never, I've never seen a benefit. The only benefit of the doubt that exists in Italian is a mother for the son. That's it. If it's a daughter, she's wrong. If it's my son, he's perfect.
Perfect.
Something about that. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that? Because in other cultures, the son is a fucking idiot.
Really?
Yeah. They love their son, but there's a line of he can make mistakes. Whereas in Italian culture, you don't have to be even a third of a percentage of the man your dad is.
Yeah.
You're so much higher than him on the scale.
I think every woman in Italian culture just views their son like Jesus.
Literally.
Yeah, he's the savior of our family.
Yep. And there's always a reason why the son's a miracle.
Yeah, but what if you have two sons? They both can't be miracles.
No, they can't.
The youngest one usually is the most.
What are you playing with over there? Rain?
Sorry, is that loud? It's loud. Hey, my bad. Yeah.
What do you got?
Sorry. It's just a sticker. I don't know why.
Rain.
I'm fidgeting.
Yeah, no, they're Jesus. If you have two sons, it's only for one son, yeah.
One of them, outcast.
Because my uncles, there's a clear uncle.
Who's the favorite? Which one is I guess.
My uncle, Mark.
He's the number one?
And he was born after. So it was probably my Uncle John. But then when Mark came, my uncle was the new iPhone.
Yeah. It's always the youngest one.
Always. So if you're one of one, that's it. Because I think if you have two sons in the Italian thing, and then the one son does a little bit wrong, you kind of go, why can't you be like your brother?
Yeah, you're right.
You know? We've lost you here.
No, I was just sorry.
You're gone. Whatever you're thinking, it was been thought.
It's already been thought.
The last few minutes.
Yeah, I just I kind of lost myself. I kind of lost myself.
Dude, that's maybe not enough
Because
calories.
I was into what you were saying, and then I was like, oh my fucking God. Does that ever happen to you, or is that only me that does that?
Oh, I got caught the other day.
Tell me.
My wife,
Oh no. Caught doing what?
just like staring at her, but not listening.
Oh shit, dude.
Like my face and whole life was dedicated to what she was saying,
Yeah.
but something was going on in my head. Like you have that, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
For some reason, only with women, like it happens to me. It's not like I'm trying. It's like just something takes over my mind. Like my wife was telling me that she's going to Halifax. She's going to come back on Saturday. And apparently she's saying this to me.
To your face.
And I'm thinking, like, I think hockey popped into my head. I'm pretty sure as soon as she ended the sentence, I go, so when are you coming back?
Hey, that's not good, dude.
And she looked at me and went, Are you serious? I was like, yeah.
You had no idea what she said.
Not even a fucking clue.
That's crazy.
And I used to think when I was a kid, I used to see that on sitcoms.
You thought that was
It's like,
that
that's
was
fake.
ridiculous.
It's fake.
It's not.
It's the truth.
It does to me. I do this every day.
It's not even a thing I'm trying to do. It's just like my brain is like, I got something better for you. Don't worry. Like, what?
Your brain trying to help you out is sinking the shit.
No, I don't want the help. I'm like trying to listen, and my brain's like, yeah, but what about like you with a set of tits? I'm like, that's pretty cool. Shit, that was a minute. What? Like, everything's a long time in the brain too.
Oh yeah, it happens slow, but it's fast.
So yeah,
Oh, wait, it happens fast, but it's slow.
I've been getting caught.
Speaking of getting caught, I got caught, dude.
What'd you get caught doing?
I got a letter in the mail. I got caught speeding,
They don't even,
which is like the most bitch way to get a ticket.
they don't respect speeding at all. They're like, you know what? We need like digital
yeah.
assistance.
A stupid camera caught me, dude. Like, come on.
It feels dirty.
Yeah, like catch me the old-fashioned way. Pull me over.
Yeah. Put your
Let me
life
talk
in
my way out of
jeopardy.
it.
Pull
Yeah, I
me
can-
over.
Put your life in
Stand
jeopardy.
beside my car on a live lane and talk to me while other cars come extremely close to you.
Like, I looked at the signature of the cop that authorized it, dude. It's just like a little like, didn't even make a signature. That's it.
AI cop.
I'm gonna fight it.
But they make that
Yeah.
easy. They make it
Yeah.
easy, actually.
Yeah, Michaela just said, just pay it and forget about it. I'm like, come on,
How much we talking?
$250.
You got to fight that.
Yeah, how? I was caught red-handed. There's a
Well,
picture
no,
of my-
no. What the fighting is basically you're like, hey, help a guy out. And then they go,
Help me out.
Okay.
Well, I'll try. How do I do that?
You appeal. You just like, you go to the thing and you say, you can literally say like, I don't make enough money to pay for this. And they don't check. They're like, you know what? Your appearance is confirmation enough. Yes, we will lower this. Maybe they lower it $100.
Oh, that's perfect.
Right?
$250 is a lot.
$250 is not a small amount.
I was going 25 over though, so they might
So
look
if
at that
you're
and
going
say,
40 over and the thing gets you, do they come and take your car?
I'm not sure.
Because there's an amount of speed that's too fast,
Yes, street racing is 50 over,
which
right?
is hilarious because you could just buy another car.
I think they take your license too. I think it's a double-edged sword.
They don't check that when you get a vehicle.
What do you mean? Like
they
your
look at
criminal
your
record?
They look at your criminal record. No, they look at your license, but nobody's like, "Can you drive?" Nobody confirms that. They just
You
hope.
should have a driving test before you're allowed to buy a car.
Especially if it's a car you've never driven before. Like if I go in and I'm like, "Hey, can I buy an F-250?" They're like, "You ever handle one of those before?" I'm like, no, I just want to buy
That's
one.
true. Anybody could buy any vehicle they want,
Yeah,
except for a Ferrari.
yeah. Ferrari really makes you work for it.
You got to have. There's an application. You have to fill out a resume.
Pretty racist. See, standards. Italians are like Ferrari.
Yeah.
You want one of these?
You got to have owned. Have you owned 10? You got to own 10 of
Be
them.
like, what?
Well, how did I get the first one? Like, has to start somewhere.
You got to know a guy, okay?
Yeah, you got to know a guy.
And the guy you got to know, me.
Enzo,
What a dick.
Yeah, he's a dick, that guy.
I love it. That's it? Wrap it?
That's wrapped it.
Fucking good episode, dude.
Thanks for coming again.
A lot less laughs on this one, so
Almost no laughs.
hope you didn't like it. Because when you're laughing, you guys, same response as if you didn't.
Yeah, when we're laughing, people don't like it, but when we're serious, they like it.
The clips for this, what is it going to be? Just, yeah, Private Ryan. Come on, medic! That's the whole fucking thing.
Can we just quickly explain? Can somebody explain to me why the bidet clip got 0 views? Like 0.
0, Jesus.
We've never gotten 0 views on a clip.
I mean, we have. I've just deleted them.
Oh.
0, like I've never gone to a page and seen the level of views that we have on any page. Like if I go scroll through some of this, 7, 11 views, like
3,000.
Oh, and if you look at the clips, all the quality is going up every time you scroll, and the views are not trending in the quality.
Not trending
direction.
for us.
We're trying though. If you made it this far,
Thank you. Thanks for coming.